It'll bring up a big decision. So you didn't pick up the first down on the short game, but will the analytics sway them to go for it here on fourth down?
I think the analytics say go for it, Reese, every single time, every situation. Now, it's only 1 yard to go, short yard situation, man. I'm going to trust I can get that yard.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll give it to Johnson. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
At the 35, he's loose. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. NC State quick to the line.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Looking to the big tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I love the coverage in the back end by the secondary. That DB was glued to the wide receiver, staying right behind him. He was able to locate the ball, get his paw out there to knock it down.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Using the quick game. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down at the 15. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. trying to bully their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
He's going to fire deep. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Wolfpack. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback will audible. Back to throw. It's Collins. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Going up top on 1st down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. The handoff to Johnson. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now remember, they were stopped on fourth down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. Off he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Down for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. LSU. This should be the last play of the quarter. The inside handoff. Got room at the 35. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. NC State 14, LSU 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the tailback. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 20. He was off to the races, and they finally get him down at the 5-yard line.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Collins. A little screen to the running back. Finds a crease at the 20. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. The back goes in motion. Give to the fullback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Give it to the guy with no neck, 2 chin straps, oversized shoulder pads, the big burly fullbacks. Those guys are awesome. They're kind of a dying breed in college football, but you love seeing them get the pigskin, fall forward, and hit anybody in their way.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with it. Looking for a huge play. Makes the catch on the left. Oh, look out. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, NC State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 7 over Army. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Farr. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
And he's going to run it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
LSU right back to the line. Motion from the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now on 2nd down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Collins. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake.
Going over the top. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Looking to move it through the air. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
NC State, number 8, with the catch in the end zone.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And they stay on target with the extra point of 35-21. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Set to kick it off.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. First down for this offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll give it to Johnson. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give on the inside. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Collins. He slings it deep to the left. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. 2nd interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Ball lofted. That's up for grabs, and it's intercepted. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Touchdown, Wolfpack. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage and create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Number 96, set to kickoff.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and this is coach speaking. Very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Game 2. Third down coming up.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. The handoff to Johnson. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
Number 5. Coming up. Fourth down.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. No good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
NC State 42, LSU 20.
The offense set for a first down play. Wide out in motion. He'll start this drive firing. Lets it fly. Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Back to throw, it's Collins. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. The aerial assault continues. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable.
He lets one fly deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And a stomping head.
NC State. Number 8.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee.
Take over.
14.
10.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Back to pass, it's Collins. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
The sack makes it an even longer third down chance for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. Makes the grab down the left side. The expressway is wide open. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, LSU!
If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomato.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double. So no chance to run it back for points of his own, and the score will remain the same. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
LSU 27.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Throws for the tight end. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. After the misfire, now on second down. Quick release on the RPO. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
To the ground with the back. At the 40, there he goes. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Getting some heat. And they get the sack right out of the gate. NC State going up tempo.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Timeout by the offense. Make sure everybody's locked in.
Timeout, LSU.
Bunch formation for these receivers.
29 Philly.
Off play action on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punt. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, NC State. And the punishment has been extended. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
No, I tell you what, this offense is featuring him. They're doing a really good job. This guy is explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding the guy.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Fires left. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the pummeling has started. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move it.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Here's the handoff. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
From the 39-yard line, it's first and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Runs through the tackle. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They run the reverse. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, NC State 62, LSU.
Trying to pick up a first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Let's go!
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Watkins. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at 34.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office, being able to execute.
They'll give it to Johnson. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. LSU quick to the line. Looking to throw on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Throws toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The give to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Third down coming.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41.
Here we go.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. They'll try the run. Open space at the 25. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Power football with the run. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. LSU right back to the line.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the running back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
6-9-1, Gators score.
The give to the left side. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Got it! And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, the consolation prize.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been